From gangs to growth, from gangs to growth. Beautiful Sunday morning, and freedom is good, y'all. Freedom is good. From gangs to growth. From being a scumbag, outcast of society, to find myself, to be a greater version of myself, to be a father to my kids, to be a good citizen and give back to the society, which is, I don't think anything wrong with that, as long as you found purpose in your own personal life. You can be a clown if that is your purpose, you know what I'm saying? But I found myself because as I stroll down my neighborhood, I reminisce. I found myself because when I was 20, ignorance of the laws. I was in DeKalb County, Atlanta, locked down 23 hours, knew that I was in some big troubles, and had no bonds for 90 days. And not only that, ignorance of the laws, call homes, and my phone conversation got recorded. And then the big boys came, got me, U.S. Marshals. Now the Fed picked me up. I was 20 years old. But with these 90 days, I was in DeKalb County, really transformed my life because I have a chance to self-reflect that the journey and the path that I took, that I thought was going to help me financially, was going to help me to be a man for my own self and a son to my mom. But I came to realize it was not. I got myself in trouble, and I was disappointed. But I think any one of us, we do have that moment about ourselves. Then I started to be aware of my own situation. So you have to be aware of your situation to make a change. From gains to growth, from broke to become a millionaire, from federal prison to freedom. I have to see the needs, and out of desperation, I said to myself, man, I'm gonna change course. But it didn't happen overnight. So, but I took the first steps. And I took the first step, and the first step is very crucial. Have you ever tried to take your first steps in changing the course of your life? Because as long as we change the course of our life, I think the destination of where we want to go, whether it's prosperous or whether it's struggles, I think that's gonna happen for the better if we make the right choice. As the Fed starting to get down on the Vietnamese gang on Biffle Highway, they clean up the streets, locking up old head, restaurant owners, massage parlor owners, street gangs members, anyone that they feel related and create havoc and violence in the street to pick them all up. So it come at the crucial moment where I thought about myself. I said, let me change the way I think, the way I do things, and the way I treat other people before I really get to never come home again. And that's my journey. My journey is to start having self-awareness. That's the first thing and the first steps of great transformation of oneself. Self-awareness. You have to be self-aware of your situation. If you broke, if you're in prison of your mind, if you're going through struggles, if you want to improve your conditions, if you found your true purpose or you haven't, but you have to first have self-awareness. Self-awareness is very crucial for anyone's transformation in their lives. And after that, self-awareness, you must acquire the knowledge to improve your thinking, because your thinking is vital. You know what I'm saying? Your thinking is vital, because I wasn't thinking about gangbanging anymore. Once the Fed picked me up, I wasn't even thinking about that no more. I started to realize that I'm just pawns, like one piece on the chessboard that being used. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped gangbanging right away. So I told the homies when they came, this last time they came and saw me, I said, look, man, my lawyer told me they are trying to put a case together for gang related and charge me as the leader if they found enough evidence. I thank God, because the homie came and threatened them folks that they're gonna kidnap and all that kind of stuff, right? But they were trying, but Allah, God, have other plans. That he came through. I told the homie, I said, man, y'all just move out of the areas and do not go as a whole group, split up in 2, 3, that's it. And at that time, you know, the technology is way different than it is nowadays. Back in 97, 98. So after I told him that, the U.S. Marshal came and picked me up, you know. It's important, man. It's important to have realization. First step, self-awareness. Self-reflect. If you want your condition to be different, then sincerely acquire the knowledge to implement in your thinking. You got to. I got to. I didn't know how much time I was gonna get at that time. I had to pay lawyers, but I knew I was in some serious trouble because the Fed came and got me. But the 90 days I was in DeKalb County really transformed my life, because I ran into another brothers that had a charge with aggravated assaults, 4 counts. He shot in somebody's car, and he was looking at serious time too. But compared to my case, he's not. We plug up, you know, we connected. The brother, man, older than me, a couple years old. At the time he was 22, I was 20. The brother, man, was nice. giving me some good advice before I left to the Fed. But it taught me something that in the course of your or my life, if you really want to change, destiny always sends someone along the way to encourage you, to motivate you, to push you when you don't know and don't know how to take the first steps. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If you really want to make a difference in your own life, you know, you can't make a difference in your own life if you're feeding your mind with garbage. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeding garbage, you're going to produce garbage. If you eat unhealthy, your body going to look unhealthy. If you plant a seed, your plant will grow. That's just the nature. It's just the laws of what you reap. What you sow is what you reap. What you plant is what you're going to harvest. Do you know what I'm saying? And when the Fed got me, two FBI agents came and hollered at me, got my lawyers. First time they came, that's when I found out that no matter what you do, I don't care if you the most notorious gang in this country, they got the technology where they can take your damn picture from 2 miles away. I know they try to confirm some of the information because I went inside some of the Hipson gang member gambling houses and stuff like that. But I was a young man. They asked me who do I know some of these older Hipson gangs member. Well, of course, man. I was a chapter of an OG. I was a chapter of a gang, man. I was playing the game they're playing. I pretended I don't know nothing. And I asked them to flip through so I can see who else in those pictures. See a whole bunch of Chinese and Vietnamese because at that time, Chinese and Vietnamese were more organized. You know what I'm saying? So it let me know that the games and the gangs that I'm involved, I'm not winning. So I told them, I said, they're too old for me to hang out with, you know? Do not put yourself in a position where you cannot turn around, you know? If you're in the gangs, you know that criminal activities are gonna happen. And if you're not ready to commit those acts, don't. And move on. You know? I learned that do not set yourself up, because you set yourself up to the point where you can't turn around. And then when you can't turn around, here come the FBI, got you trapped. Now you can't handle doing 25, 15, 10, 15, 25, 30. Now you start snitching and ratting. So that's why you got to know how to hold your own weights. Same thing with yourself. You have to understand that self-realization is heavy. It's a burden if you're not self-reflect today. You want to make a difference in your own life. First, you got to have self-awareness, acquire knowledge to implement in your thinking. Starting to self-reflect, self-realization. put forth effort. You can be from no one's to a man with a purpose. Gangs to growth, broke to millionaire, nothing to something. If you're uncomfortable, then you will growth. But if you're comfortable, then nothing's gonna help you to change your present condition. Remember, whatever you feed into your mind, that's what's coming out. That's what's coming out. Until that time, you know what it is. Freedom is good, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. If this video brought you values, give me a thumb up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Because we all connected through the power of an internet. Y'all take care. See y'all next time.